you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much.
So today I want to talk about my favorite books by Japanese authors, and there are many, so I'm going to split them into parts. This is going to be part 1 of the series. The first book that I want to recommend is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. Please forgive my pronunciation. I'm going to try my best, but if I make any mistakes, then please excuse me. So this book was first published in 2005, and because I am not drawn to sci-fi novels, I like dystopian novels, but I'm not drawn to sci-fi novels, so I did not pick it up. But it very quickly became one of the most critically acclaimed novels of its time, and I read it after it became popular, and I was totally shocked by the climax of the book. So that would be my suggestion. Like, if you haven't read any of his works, then I would suggest going for this book first, and also going into it kind of blind, because it would be worth it. It would be worth the wait. So the story is about a school that is in England, and you don't know whether it's a boarding school or it's an orphanage. There's a question mark. But what you do know is that the students are treated very well, they are fed very well, and they are taught really intellectual things in school. There's a lot of emphasis on health and exercise and building the mind and the body. So on the face of it, it feels like the kids are being raised very well. There is just one thing in the book, that they are not allowed to leave the premises of the school. And one day a group of kids leave the school for like a few hours, and they are surprised by what they discover, and then the story starts to escalate. That is all I want to tell you. Like I said, I would suggest going into it not knowing much about the book. Trust me, it's a great book.
I'll take the hit and still finish in one, yeah, yeah. Memory lane, isn't that too far away from my hearts, yeah, yeah.
The second book I want to talk about is Days at the Murasaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yagisawa. This book was first published in 2009 in Japanese, and I think it's his debut novel, and I think it won a lot of awards in Japan, but it was translated to English in 2023 and it became an instant hit. I think there were a lot of bookstagrammers and book talk channels that were talking about it. There's also a sequel to the book which I'm yet to read. So the story is about a young woman who, after suffering heartbreak, goes to live with her maternal uncle and helps him run his bookshop. And in the process of doing so, she sort of finds purpose in life. So the story is mainly about the love of books and how different books have different impact on people. One book may be boring to you, but it could be life-changing to someone else. So it's a feel-good book. And you know, there are these YouTube channels that when you watch them, you feel really peaceful and utterly at ease. This book made me feel that way. So if you like cozy books and feel-good books, then this one's for you.
With the world, baby. Breathe slow, baby. Yeah. We should breathe slow.
This is for all my fellow mystery and crime genre lovers. Malice by Kaigo Higashino. In fact, any book by Kaigo Higashino. So I have always been drawn to this genre, but lately I've been feeling that the books don't scratch the itch that I've been feeling. Don't get me wrong, I have thoroughly enjoyed a lot of the mystery novels that I've read recently. In fact, The Silent Patient was one of my favorite books that I read in 2021. However, I have realized that I'm craving a classic old school novel with a detective that remains a constant in all the books. For example, like Agatha Christie series with Miss Marple or Hercule Poirot. Is it Hercule Poirot? Is it Hercule Poirot? Anyway, so I've been craving books that are more cerebral and less action-packed, with one detective who tries to unravel the clues, right? So this book is about a well-renowned author who's found dead in his apartment, and all the characters in the book have rock-solid alibis, and the detective tries to then solve the mystery. But pick up any book of him and you will be happy with the process and the ending of the book. I think his most popular book is Devotion of Suspect X. So for all my mystery and crime lover friends, Kaigo Higashino.
Memory lane, isn't that too far away from our hearts? Yeah. The ones we keep close, we should never let go. So
the next book I want to talk about is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This is for people who like melancholic yet hopeful books. There's time traveling, magic, and a lot of emotions in this book. The story is about a hidden cafe in Tokyo that allows its patrons to time travel on the condition that they do not change anything in the past or in the future. It's a beautifully written book which makes you wonder, would you time travel if given the opportunity? Considering the fact that you cannot change anything, would you still go through those emotions in life? So the book has 4 stories which all tie together in the end. So like I said, if you like melancholic yet hopeful and cozy books, then this one is perfect for you.
and realign yourself with the world, baby. Breathe slow, baby.
The next book I want to talk about is What You Are Looking For Is in the Library by Michiko Aoyama. I have talked about this book many times and I will continue to talk about it because that is how much impact this book had on me. The story is about a library, and the librarian in this library recommends books which sort of change people's lives and help them find their purpose in life. I really enjoyed reading this book. There are many short stories in the book, but they're all tied to the single library. I especially loved the story about the unemployed man who's feeling listless and aimless in life, and also the story about the retired old man with a daughter who works in a library. I really liked her mindset, and her feelings about hard copies and soft copies of book really resonated with me. Feel good, happy, really nice, wonderful book. So that is it for today, and that is it for part 1 of the series. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me talk. See you next time. Bye.